pleasure to welcome Chane Haps, but we just call her Chane because when it comes to these artists, they've got their name. We've got to stick to it, right? Chane is a South African musician, singer, songwriter. She's born in Cape Town in the Western Cape. She's been writing songs since she was 9. She only started pursuing a professional career in 2019. And I say this because I really enjoy her music. It's like she's just fitted in like a glove. It's like she was made for this. Good morning, Chane. What a pleasure to chat to you. Hope you're well.
Good morning, Brad. I'm good, thanks. So good to chat with you.
Yeah, it is nice to connect again. It's been a while. I'm loving this new song. I know I'm supposed to talk about it later, but I just have to tell you because I think it's fantastic.
Lekker. I'm so glad.
So let's talk about that now that I've opened that can, and we're going to talk about the song. You've got this 80s pop thing. I don't know if you mean to do it. I don't know, but that's one of my favorite genres of music. And I don't know if it's just the producers that you work with. We know that you work with some top producers, and that's giving us the feels, man. I think this is just your thing. Is it intentional?
It is. It's definitely intentional. Yeah, I would say I like it too, actually. I mean, I'm a great fan of AHA and those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the producer I work with, we kind of, I don't know if you know The Weeknd. He does
Yeah.
that kind of with blinding lights. So we love that idea, and then it's kind of just stuck. It kind of just works. It's lekker. It's very
So this new song, there's a whole album coming up, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. But this particular song called Jordan, together with Hemelbesem. Now, I've heard him rap, but in this song, he also does just a little bit of just some lyrical singing, which is a new side for me of Hemelbesem. So let's talk about the choice to work with him on this project.
Sure. I was also actually shocked, Brad, to hear him sing because I didn't know he could sing.
Mm,
I've also I've performed with him at an event before, and I've heard him rap. He's an amazing artist, and that's where we connected basically. It was a youth conference, so yeah, we both have a heart for the young people, and from there, I mean, I think it was a year later or something that he was just on my heart to kind of collaborate with. And I connected with him, and immediately he was like sharp, 100%. He was on board. So it like you say, fit like a glove. It just fit like a glove. It just worked. Yeah, very much.
So there's a new album coming up. The single we're going to play later on, and that's the new single from Chane called Jordan. Also the title of the new album that's coming up. We don't get many albums these days, Chane. Thank you, because most people are giving us singles, and if we're lucky, we get an EP, and that's all we get, and we have to wait. I don't know how long for another single, but you're giving us a whole album, so thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's my in the industry they say it's like singles is the way to go. It's the market is changing so much. But I mean, yeah, it's my first album, it's my debut album. So I mean you have to at least release an album in your lifetime as an artist. So it's been a long time, but it's exciting. Yeah, so it's gonna be good,
When is it?
definitely.
When is it coming out?
Very soon. So it's coming 28th of June of this month.
Okay, so
Yeah.
everything is done from the technical side, all the mastering, everything is done. So does anybody even make CDs anymore?
Your it is, I mean, they do. It is like a ancient thing now.
Yeah, isn't it?
Um it is, but it's obviously great to also I love having things in hand. So I mean, yeah, I definitely want to just make a few of them, even just for the memory or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, I think it is my dying industry, but it does sort of still exist.
Yeah, and if you were to you put some real money behind it and print a few LPs, I think then you'd also be going into where things are going. It's almost like we left LPs way behind us and now they're making a comeback.
It's just so true, yeah, sure.
So talk to us about Jordan. When we hear the song, we're getting the idea that you're talking about crossing the Jordan. Where did that come from? And tell us more about the song.
Yeah, so this song started 2 years ago, and it had a completely different sort of direction way back when I wrote it, when I was working for a record label company, and then basically 2 years later, I got the chorus of this song that I never quite finished. And I was like, but it just fits. It fits together and it works. And the message of it for me at the time was for me it was really about like that story about in the Bible with Naaman that washed his leprosy
Mm.
and the Jordan River basically 7 times. And that was really the message for me was a message of washing our sins white, becoming pure before God. Yeah, and it was also alongside my own testimony. And that, yeah, so it was nicely resolved. And I was so thankful to actually finish the song that I loved that I never got to finish. So that's the story behind the song. Yeah.
What do you hope it will achieve for people who listen? And you'll hear now, listeners, you can't help but tap your toes. It's a goodie, but what are you hoping they're going to get from the lyrics? Because the lyrics aren't shallow. I mean, there's a lot of heart in that.
Yeah, it's definitely we actually have a lyric video coming out today. So for those who want to listen or go read the lyrics, it's very deep. And the message really it is like the verses kind of speak a little more of my own testimony, and then the chorus is that punchline of I'm going to the Jordan to wash these sinners white, the well that won't run dry.
Mm.
And that's really the heart behind the song, which is that it's time to take purity seriously, to take holiness seriously, because God has called us to be holy, regardless of where you're at, regardless
Mm.
of what you're dealing with. Yeah, so it's catchy, but it's actually deep. Yeah.
How does that
Mhm.
theme of Jordan flow, if you'll pardon the pun, through the rest of the album?
So it's it's really like yeah, it just flows like especially in the chorus, in the bridge, and it's that like I said, the verses is like the story, I think, if I could call it that,
Mm.
and then the chorus is like that resolution basically of okay, well, I'm going now, I'm gonna wash these sinners white, I'm gonna go to the Jordan, and that is kind of yeah the message, and then the Jordan River literally obviously I came to that story in the Bible when I was writing this song, and then I was like, okay, well, this just fits in the Jordan River, and I mean there was healing in that, so I mean there is like power in that, definitely.
And for the rest of the album coming out towards the end, how are the songs? Are they connected? Are they standalone? How does that work for the rest of the album?
It's a really good mix of songs. It's really I'm very excited for the album because there's like I said there's some like that what do you the 80s sound,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
pop sound. But then there's some like another song on that album that is, you know, it's very deep and it's very, very personal. And it's very I'm very excited for one of the songs, but
Yeah.
all, yeah, it's a bunch of some of them are the one is actually got a bit of a message related to today as well. But I don't want to say too much.
Ah.
It's a lot of diversity, but some very powerful songs there and a mix of sounds as well, I would say, within the
Mm.
album. Yeah.
Are we going to
Hmm.
see a song like "Speak" feature on the album, or is that not included?
Speak is included on the album. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to basically be catching all of the songs that you've released, all in one space.
Yeah, like it's a mix of there's a lot of new ones and there's another collaboration on there as well, which will come in there. And then there's a few of the old ones, just one or two of them that basically come also just as it's like a resolution, and it's like yeah it
Mm.
means like it's my own personal like hoorah whatever, you know, with all of that on it basically. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so if you want to, you can already get the song "Jordan," Chane featuring Hemelbesem, but the album you said the towards the end of the month,
Yes, 28th.
28th,
Yeah.
and where about any specific place, or can we find it anywhere good music is sold online?
Yeah, so Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Gonna have some videos coming as well. So if for those who visually want to see, YouTube is the way to go as well. And of course, the social media platforms, Instagram and that.
Okay,
Yeah.
where can we find you on the social media? What handle are we looking for?
So it's Chane with the accent on the E, which is always a tricky one,
Mm-hmm.
and then music, and then Instagram, Facebook, the same. Instagram is just Chane_music. Yeah,
Okay,
just like
so
that.
you can find it easily. We've got a link to it also on our social media, so you can go and find us at 729 Cape Pulpit. You'll see a pic of Chane there with a pic of Almarie and me, and you can find the link through to Chane's Instagram there as well. Before we go and play the song, which everyone is now, can we hear the song already? You're telling us how good it is, Brad, but you don't want to play it. You have to hold on for a moment because there's something more I want to ask Chane. Chane, you don't only sing, you're also a fantastic artist. And I follow your artist page on Instagram and watch what you do. Tell our listeners a little bit about your artistic journey. And she doesn't just draw stick mannequins, people. This is proper art coming from Chane. Tell us a bit about that side of your creative personality.
Yeah, I love painting. I love drawing. Um, I often, I'm always drawing. I'm studying it as well at the moment. So even in class, I always draw. It's actually my way of listening. But yeah, so I do. I actually have an art business. So I have commission art people commission me for portraits or wedding things or things like that, and then I do paintings or drawings for people. And it's another side of yeah, just my love of creating and making
Yeah.
something and making people happy with it as well. So yeah, I love doing that. It's something I love to work on. Yeah,
So
very much.
creativity from start to finish, whether it's on a canvas or whether it's down as a track. Here it comes. This latest single is called Jordan. It's Chane featuring Hemelbesem. Massive thanks to you, Chane, for your time on a Friday morning. All the best for you and your day and the weekend. And thanks so much for thrilling us with great music and yeah, art as well. You were expressing yourself so amazingly. God's given you some super talent, and thanks that we can enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Brad. It was lovely chatting with you.
What a
So lovely.
pleasure. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.